What's up, everybody? Today's June 10th, 2018. It's a Tuesday. Here at my brother's house, looking at some arrowheads. You can see them. They're woodland, some paleo, early archaic. A lot of drills and stuff there. A lot of blunts up here in the top. This is a really pretty one. It's gonna have like a red jasper or something. Got some calcium from deposits on it from a cave or something there. Creek. It's really smooth, highly polished. Probably it might be a creek find. Like a gar slough or something there. Some nice big paddle drills. The tips are broke off. Might have been a little Lost Lake drill. Really nice green piece of material there. I think somebody messed with the base on there maybe, but that's still some beautiful material. Look at a big tip that somebody worked down. You can see that green in that. Heavily serrated. These are all personal finds. Some nice blunts up there. Big sandies. Nice, really nice thumb scraper. Hammerstone. There's a creek find. There's actually 4 or 5 creek finds out here. Let's see here. There's that one. Looked like a little Kirk maybe. Kirk serrated. Nice little corner notch. A little bit of tip damage on it. It's ancient. This one here. Nice little point. Of course you can see the patina on it. Here's another one. Like a big sandy. Patinated. There's some Madison type points. There's woodland. Little Fox Valley. Those are really nice points. I think those are cool. A dark point. I think it's probably not. Maybe 5/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Used to find a lot of those in Hart County. There's several Kirk serrated in here. There's one. They've been heavily resharpened. Of course, ground base. Here's a nice one. Steeply beveled. See the teeth on that rascal. Here's another one. And some rather nice basal thinning strikes. You can see them on both sides of it. And if I get it, really, yeah, see that? Runs all the way to the base. See that? It's fluted. One on each side. It's weird how it made that, but you can see it plain as day right there from a side view. Two really nice flute channels. Would have made that thing pretty killer point as far as doing this job. You ever notice that, Gary?
Mm-hmm.
Two big flutes going up the middle. Of course, here's another Kirk. Got some really nice edge work on it.
I pinned it down.
Yeah, those two basal thinning strikes, that floated it almost to the tip, 3/4 of the way up at that point. Crazy. See the length of them. I think it's a really well made point. And there's several big sandies in there. These are all conglomerate materials. A little ding off the base, but found a lot of those in Glasgow, Kentucky. And I went to Dr. Near see High Reddy's place. You can see the materials there. That's almost like a Humboldt or something, this little piece right here. Geared on the bottom. There's some nice points in here. Another cake piece there, some kind of Kirk or let's see what. Almost Lost Lake. Nice Lost Lake. Heavily beveled ground base. See the grinding on it. The ears are gone, but definitely a Lost Lake. Now I've got 2 or 3 of these. This is my brother's. I've got one over there too. I don't know exactly sure what the heck that thing is. Not sure. This came out of it's a creek find too. See the staining on the base there. There could have been the hafting area rotted on it, however it was hafted or what the material is, but I think it's some staining from a creek. Place in Warren County. Some of these like this came out of. Somebody's got any ideas on that one right there? Give me a shout. It almost looks Hopewell or something, but I'm just not sure. Here's some more. Earlier cat corner notch. This point is beveled on all 4 sides, so that's not a good one. Dropped it, rascal. Butterfingers.
Careful now.
Oh yeah. Base is heavily ground. But there she is. There's another one. Nice points. Got some fire damage there. Freeze pop ear. But there's some really good ones in here. There's a nice knife. Triangular shape. Little rhomboid. Got a stack on it there, but let's see here. Several Adena narrow stems there. That's a pretty killer one. Thin, as far as narrow blade edge. But a nice little kill point. Could have been a knife. There's a pink one. That's a pinkish and a maroon. The light's kind of throwing it off, looks like brown, but to me, and here in the light, it looks more pink. Nice big long stem on it. Hard to find those intact because of the thinness of the base. Well, here's some more Adenas, beaver tails. It's a nice one. Not a lot of flaking, I think. There's a lot of big flakes knocked off that and some random on the top, but see how he's cleared them off and some good strikes there. Probably not 9 flakes on that thing on that side. There's a couple of Cobb's blades. This is the beveling on that rascal. This came out of Hart County, Kentucky. A lot of this a preform or a blade that came from like a dovetail feel. It's definitely early archaic. Here's another one right here. Of course, you can see the beveling on it. It's got a big stack right there. Sure, it did its job. Got a little tip damage on it. There's some more points here. Kirk corner notch. That's a lost slate. It's got an ear missing on it. Heavily ground base. See the beveling. It's got that one ear missing on it. It's probably 2 1/4 inches. Been a nice point. Well made. But that's the way a lot of field finds, man. You ain't gonna find them perfect. All them plows and discs going through those fields of the years, they take their toll. Here's a really nice pickwick. A little thin, narrow point. It's not thin, but it's narrow. Been a nice killer tip, spear point, dart, whatever you want to call it. Nice serrations on it. Oh shit, do it again, dude. It's twice. Excuse my French. Here's another cob. This thing is thin. This came out of the same field that one came out of. It's not broke. It's been. This is the way it was worked. Might have been hafted to right here, I would say. I worked that down. Nice, good cutting edges. This almost looks like a Scott's Bluff. I could be wrong. It's an older material. It's a conglomerate type material. It's got a weird base on it though. I don't know if that's what that is or not, but this looks like it. Could be wrong. Another Lost Lake. Snyder's type. It's more Lost Lakes, but heavily beveled. Could be those something else, not sure. Nobody's got any ideas. Base is definitely well ground, polished, whatever you want to call it. Looks Lost Lakeish to me. Here's another really nice blade. Almost just like Buffalo River. Got a blue inclusion there. It's ground up to the shoulders though. The base is ground. Shoulders are ground up in here. Nice piece. There's another one, something like it. Right there. Here's a couple of really nice McCorkles. These are early archaic transitional paleo points, I think. They are all beveled. Another one. Looks like it might have a little bit of ancient ear damage on it, or base damage right there. Look at that rascal. Well made point. Here's a killer Big Sandy. It's a smaller one, but Big Sandy broad base. Killer material. Found a lot of these in Glasgow. There's a field up there that I mentioned earlier. Dr. Eddie's field was littered full of those, and that some dovetails. But here's a Thieves that's had the it's had the hell resharpened out of it, guys. Look at that thing. That thing is probably 3/7 inch thick, and it's beveled so hard it's unreal. It's got one ear left on it, part of the other ear. But look at that thing. It's sick. It's crazy. It's beveled so hard. It's like, I mean, it would be a cutter though. I mean, that thing got its use, and he used that to the end.
As I know.
Hey, he worked that thing down to a nub, Gary. You're right. Let's see. Here's some more. Y'all seen some of these in my videos. Not all of them, but majority of them. Here's one I like to talk about. Not sure what that is. It's got one small basal thin fleeting strike up the middle, but it's ground from the blade edge right there, hafting here, I guess, from right where my thumb is and finger to the base of it. It's ground all down the side. Had a little bit of rework there. It looks like small flakings both sides, and then of course it is all ground. I thought maybe like a redstone or something, or maybe some kind of Dalton. I was hoping Clovis when I seen it, but don't think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. But anybody got any ideas, they could leave a comment, please. There's some smaller bird points in there. The Buck Creek. And then this is the one I found in the video with my son. There's that little Kirk serrated. Awesome little point. Of course, there's some blunts in there. I found this at the cliffs. Not really sure what it is. Looks like a little motley. Not exactly sure what that is. Thought it was a dovetail at first, but it's not. Some kind of Snyder's type points, heavily ground, beveled. Not sure what that is. Might be some kind of transitional piece or something. But there's the one I was talking about that looked like. Where is that rascal? Like that one right there. The bases flake to a median ridge, both sides. This one the same way. Not sure what those are. So somebody had any info on that, leave a comment, please. Dina Dixon. I don't know if that's maybe a Buck Creek motley, nice turkey tail. I think that's a Hopewell. It's a nice, really thin point. Y'all seen this one before? It's like thin. This one is one of my first finds the last year. This made out of some kind of creek flint, creek stone. Got some calcium on it. It's probably 3 1/4 long. Pretty material. Not the best specimen or point in the world, but got a little damage on the tip. But the material was pretty neat. I kept it, put it in the case. I hope there's a DNF found at the cliffs. I don't know exactly what this is. There's some more over here. Let's see. Where'd the rascal go? Almost like some kind of Benton or something like that, but I'm just not sure. But here's another one. Don't know what those are. They're thicker points. They're not thin by no means. But you can see the similarity. Of course, this is a kind of a reddish brown one. Rhomboid. Got a nice tip on it though, so does this one. There's more of these, just not in this video. I'd like to know what that is, though. Yep. Guys, here's a... let's go back. Not really sure what this one is. It almost looked Beaver Lake-ish or Copene-ish, but I'm not sure. Found this in one of the videos. Definitely ground, both sides of the base. Base itself. It's not fluted or nothing. It's kind of a rough point. A ding on the tip. It is what it is. Any ideas on that? I got this other one over here. It's kind of like it, but different. Same low quality as far as the workmanship on it, but it's got that weird base, kind of like that one, but it's not as concave on the base sides there. The same area I found that when I found this one. Wasn't under video or nothing, but then I got this point, which would look like it would have been a killer Buck Creek, but look at this thing. And it's almost like he broke it during making it, launched it at something and broke it, but it's not an impact fracture from the tip. I mean, it's thin, got a little curve to it. It's well flaked. Basal area is ground, but it's almost like there's only 3/4 of a point there. Because I don't think it's no reverse type corner tang knife. I really don't know what that is. But there she is. Just weird. There's the bullseye blade. There's the bullseye. Indiana hornstone, I think's what that is. Is that bull? Lancet blade. Nice piece, found that in the Ohio River. There's a really nice blade. So there's like a really old ding in it. There's like a uniface type blade, but it's worked on both sides. Blade edge. Not really sure what it is. Another one. Could be a woodland. It's hard to say on blades. This one showed up in a video. That thing's ground from there up towards the right side. This may have a big chip. It's a pretty nice piece. It's got a heck of a point on it. It's also made out of an Indiana hornstone. That one's probably, that's almost like a sugar quartz or something. It's a nice piece. There's the one I found with it that day. Nice point. That's the one the tip was just sticking out. Did that pull and the base was there. Nice motley. Let's get to the stone stuff. Of course, hammerstone. There are lots of those in every field site. Nice pestle. Looks like they did a lot of nutting with this thing. It's heavily polished. That thing's slick, man. It's a good find. That thing probably weighs good 5 or 6 pounds. It's got a big slope to it. So you can imagine everything they did with that rascal. A lot of wear. I say that thing was flat at one time, so lots of wear. A couple of celts. This one's almost like a pipestone or something. I don't know what that is. It's real light, but it's definitely a bitted celt. Probably 5.5 inches long. A little rough, but it is what it is. There's a really nice green granite celt. Got a couple little chips out of the blade. Heavily polished. I think it's nice, man. It probably weighs pound and a half. Here's that little baby celt found on the cliffs. Thought that thing was just a creek rock when I first seen it. Seen the way it was sloped off. I was like, definitely a celt. It's a little small. It might be 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches long, 1.5 inches wide at the tip. But it is what it is. Little marble, game ball, whatever. Nice little piece. And there's a full groove axe. It's got a big pock out of the back of it right there, but it's old. Smaller one, probably 2 pounds. There's a really nice 3/4 groove axe. It's got a couple of dings at the top of it. It's a field find as well. I ain't hunted fields in been 15 years. Love to go back to where I used to find this stuff at. Hopefully I'd still have permission, but it's a nice axe, man. It probably weighs 6-7 pounds, maybe 8. It was a really well made axe. May have a light brown granite. Oh. Here's a really nice preform. May have a Sonora flint. With those blue inclusions in it. And it's still got the rind on both tips. Yeah, it's just a preform. But man, that thing's, it's probably 6 inches long, 6.5, 7 inches long. It'd be a really nice piece if I had to make something out of it. Like a big old dovetail or something. And some more preform. This is big old, it's Indiana horns on. Got the big bullseye in it. Definitely just a preform. Bunch of tools. It's blades. Actually, there might have been a chisel. We could have been in the process of making a point, but it's still really thick. Got those weird edge on it like they never finished it. It's that big basal thinning strike there. It is what it is. A couple of preforms. Actually, that's a flint adds. I don't think it's a cell. It's polished. They broke. They made the one side. They're shipped to one side. So another type of tool. It's hafted. It looks like, but almost made that point. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's a tool to me. And last of all, man, I got this little killer drill right here with dovetail. It's probably 2 1/4 inches long. It's a little smoker drill. Love that piece. Alright guys, I guess that's it. Oh, so here's another one. Would have been a really nice dovetail drill. I mean, it was a nice point at one time, work down to that drill form. Would have been a smoker. Alright guys, good luck to everybody. Hope y'all find some good ones. Try to stay cool, beat this heat everybody's getting. But until next time, man, I'm Paleo Hunter, I'm out. Yeah guys, there's a lot I didn't film. Like, there's a bunch over here. Points. You know, I look, keep them all, broke or not. But anyhow, that's it, man. You guys have a good one. Peace.